Okay, here comes the next one. Now we got these eyes figured out here. What I want to do is let's get myself another piece of geometry. I'm just going to make a duplicate of this one. This eye, and we're just going to call this eyelid underscore L. Okay, great. Let's go and zero out the rotation here just to start off with, and I'm just going to hold down J while I rotate it 90 degrees this way. And I'm going to make it a slight bit bigger. Not too much bigger. There, great. And let's just isolate this thing. Or actually, I'm just going to kill the history on it. Actually, is this the right one? Why am I getting another eye constraint with this thing? Let's just check the hypergraph. Oh. It went in and it copied that little constraint. This constraint here probably doesn't do anything, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Okay, great. And let's isolate this thing. And I'm just going to do a quick bit of modeling to it. I'm just going to use the insert edge loop. And I'll pop a loop here, pop a loop there. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to grab that new tool, the multi-cut tool. Yay! And I click here, and I click here, and I right-click, finish that off, go over to the other side. And we got the same thing over here, this one. There, right-click, done. And I'm just going to grab this edge loop, and I'll go in here to faces, and I'm just going to hit delete. This object still has that texture on. I'm going to throw a fresh texture on it. Let's just go and throw a Lambert on it. Doesn't matter what I throw on. Great. So there we go. I got something like this. Let's kill the history on this thing. And I'm going to go... see, which way do I want to go on this one? Well, let's go and do something like... let's just hit this, go... edit mesh, extrude. Boop. I'll pull this out a bit. Okay. And give myself some eye girth. Here, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of thickness to the eyes. Pull it out a bit more if you want to, whatever. Let's just pull this back just a tiny bit. Okay, great. Whatever. Stop getting fussy. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to use the insert edge loop. You could use the insert edge loop, or how about this? Let's go and do the other trick. If I go in here and I grab this edge and I go edge ring and split, it goes directly down the middle. And then when I do that, I can quickly change to vertices really easily. To vertices, boop. And if I go to modify, transformation tools, and I use the move normal tool and I pull that out a bit. And I can go and hit this, and I can hit G. Oh, damn it, G doesn't work. Okay, fine. Edge ring and split. And then I go and I hold that control and right click the vertices. Now I got still got this tool on. Now let's try this again, edge ring and split. I'm going to do my little vertices. I've still got my the move normal tool on, so I'm going to just kind of build a little bit of an eyelid out of this. And let's go in here to edge ring and split. And I seem to notice I'm going to do this a fair bit. So how about this one? What if I go over here to the poly split and I just say instead of relative, we switch it to multi, and I give it 3 divisions. It's the same thing. I take this edge loop and I go to vertices. Still got my move normal tool on. Okay, building a quick lower eyelid. And I could probably go in here and let's see, if I take a look here, I've got some nasty stuff here. So what if I go in and I find that where the hell did they put the sculpt geometry tool? I keep forgetting they move crap around and it bothers me. Okay, so I'm just going to do this, and we'll go in here and I'll just kind of relax some of these up. I could spend some time modeling this and making a really nice job, but okay, and let's just isolate this thing again. Okay, good enough. There's ICN-gons. Okay, whatever. I'm the only one who can see them. Okay, fine. So I got this eyelid. Okay, and I've noticed this is a real pain in the ass if I try to model this, or if I try and weight this thing. So what I might do is I'm just going to go in here and I'll grab, say, this face, double-click that face, bleep. And then I'll go and I'll do, let's go and grab this one, bleep. This one, should I grab this one all the way to this one, bleep. And these ones here are hard to select, so I'm just going to do slow man way. Delete. Actually, I could probably just keep hitting delete. Okay, great. Well, and I'm just going to go to the other side, do the same kind of thing, clean this up really quick. Actually, you know what? If I just go in here and I take this one, delete, 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 delete. I just noticed that when I stick bones in the eyes, that goes really slow, and I'm just going to take all those inner faces and delete them. Yeah, I just say when I put bones in the eyes or inside these eyelids to control them, that having those inner faces is a real pain in the ass to wait. So I'm just taking them out just to eliminate the whole problem. You could do this and keep them there, but whatever. Kill the history. And now I've got a nice eyelid. I'm just going to make a duplicate, and I'll hold down X and fly that one over there. And this one here will be eyelid. Great. Now, there's a couple different ways I can get pivot points in here. I don't know why this always cracks me up, these eyelids. I'm just going to move them down like this. Okay, something like that looks better to me. I'll freeze the transformation, kill the history. So we're just going to get bones in here for this one. Okay, so if I go into animation, and for the skeleton, I'm just going to go to the joint tool. Not going to do anything special, just create a joint. And let's just hold down X. Boop. And X did absolutely nothing for me. It didn't snap. I'm just going to change the radius of this bone so it's easier to see. And I'll just snap it to... Oh, it's because this is locked down. Okay, great. That's why X didn't snap to anything for me. Okay, so this one here, that's going to be our root joint. And I'm just going to make a duplicate, Control D. And I'll hold down X, boop, there. And if I hold it down here and get it into here. You can also display the, if you go here to display, transform display, selection handles. You can put that onto your joint or your eyeballs so that you can get the joint right in the eyeball there. Okay, I'm just going to take the radius and make that a bit smaller. This one here is going to be kind of my eye joint here. And I'm going to take this and I'll make a duplicate. Let's change the radius so you can see it. Boop, there. Take another duplicate, take the radius, make it a bit bigger. There. Okay, and let's just take a look at this thing in the hypergraph. Okay, so that joint down there, that's going to be my root. Root! Root! I am root! And then I'll go in here. This one here is going to be my I. L_JNT. Just because I keep using the word I all over the place. I don't put like joints in here and stuff like that in geometry. I'll start to get confused. These two joints here could probably be parented to this one. And let's see, which one's this one? This one's the slightly smaller one. So I'm going to call that eyelid_lower. And then this one here is going to be eyelid_upper. There. And, you know, I could identify these things as left and right. I might do something quickly like, yeah, well, actually, maybe I won't do that really super quick. I'm just going to take this joint, and I'm going to make a duplicate, and I'm going to hold down X, and I'll flip it over to the other side as well. Yay! And maybe this one here will go and modify prefix hierarchy names, and I'll put a capital L_. And then this one here will go in and modify prefix hierarchy names, and I'll put a R_. Done. I could correct some of these things too. There's like a number 1 on here, and I'm just going to get rid of that. These ones have it? No. The children didn't get it. Okay. So, next thing I want to do is I would like to take these 3 joints and bind them, or bind this mesh to them. Okay? And what time are we at? 9:28. I'm just going to go here to Skin, and I'm going to go to Smooth Bind, and instead of joint hierarchy, I'm just going to pick selected joints, and anything I want to do here, maybe maximum influences, 3 joints, I don't know, there's really only 3 here, so it's no big deal. Anyway, bind skin, and just for the hell of it, I'm going to do the other side at the same time. Skin, smooth bind, I know the settings are already there, so there we go, done. Okay, And let's just see what these joints do. So when I take this one, does it do anything? No. How about this one? Actually, that's kind of weird. Did I oh, hold on a second. I know. I screwed up. Actually, if you screw up like this, what I did was I only selected that joint, and I thought I had the children selected, so I screwed up. I'm just going to take this. I'm going to kill the history. Take this one, kill the history. Anyway, if I take this, and I grab the joints from the hypergraph, and I go in and do the smooth bind, that's going to work better. So now when I grab the eyelid lower, you're going to see some reaction out of it. Okay, great. And same with the eyelid upper. Okay, but we've got to do some weighting to this thing. So, and by the way, I'll take these 3 joints, and I'll take this, and I'll go up and do the smooth bind on that too at the same time. Now, if I take this piece of geometry, let's close this down. I'm going to go here to Skin, and I'm going to go to Paint Skin Weights tool. La 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 la! And you can see this is all gray. When I click on this one, it's all gray. It's all gray. I'm just going to take this one here. Maybe we'll put on the color ramp. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to put this thing on to replace with value 1. Just hit flood. So now that joint is totally dominating everything else. Just makes it a little bit easier. Now I can take the lower eyelid. And actually, I'm just going to isolate this because it's easier to do. And I'll make my brush a little bit bigger. And instead of replace, where am I here? I like add. Okay. And I'm just going to add influence in here. I might have to go on the inside here. And I'm just going to make this whole area here really white. Okay. We're at 11 minutes. I might have to break this into a second video. Yeah, we'll see. I always like to keep these things under 10 minutes. So I got something like this, and let's just test it out. I'm just going to go back here, and I'll select the inner joint, and I know it's that one. Whoop. Okay, so now my eyelid's moving down. I gotta still do some more weighting to this thing. I might even be able to take the outer one and move it up a little bit. Okay, and when I move it, nothing's happening. That's because nothing is weighted to it. So if I go back here, select the object, and let's isolate it again. If I go in here to eye upper, and we got add on, I can add this one in, and it'll start popping into place. And I find this a little bit easier to work with. Oh crap, I got some stuff in the back. Okay, great. And da 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 da. Okay, good enough. Well, not really good enough, but okay, good, 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 good. And that stuff in the back there, that should be added back to the other master joint. Whoop! There, that one. Just gonna go in and add that back so I can paint that away later on. Okay, and let's just test out and see what that's looking like. Now when I grab this and I grab the upper eye, I can put some animation on this too if I really wanted to, just to see what's going on really quickly. As a matter of fact, that might even make life easier. What if I took this joint and I zeroed it, enter, and I grab its friend here, and I go and I hit 0. Okay, and I select this one. Actually, I can select those two at the same time, and just for the hell of it, like I can just go here to rotate X, and I could key selected, go ahead to say frame 30, and let's just take one of them, like this one. Whoop! Just crank it right up, so I can kind of see what kind of weighting I'm going to get out of this thing, and I'm going to go and hit. Actually, why did that just suddenly happen? Okay, whatever. I'll hit S, and then if I grab its friend. I just hit the side arrow key to grab the sibling. And if I grab this one and I pull it down, great. Which is funny. Okay, whatever. And I'll just hit S. So now you can see those two joints. I can quickly test them out and see what the weighting is like. Okay, before I actually do the set-driven key and have this thing control it. And I'm going to stop here because I'm approaching 15 minutes!